one shift just to be different and kind of go with a course instead of giving up. Because I'll tell a real quick story. When I got first started, I mean, just like a lot of people who may be watching this, you went to a meeting, they threw the circles on the board. It was my first time saying this. I heard about it. But I was like, man, yeah, they're going to make all the money. But I'll check it out because I respect this person who's bringing me to it. So, I checked it out. Well, okay. I signed up immediately. I was like, if I could do this, I could do this. Man, I know a whole lot of people, so let me get to work. Well, let's just say in 365 days, I had only put like 2 people in my business. I had a couple of customers, only 2 people in my business. And then I got to a brick wall where I was like, man, it got to be different. So, I started investing in ads. Not really knowing what I was doing, but I said, hey, I see other people doing it. Let me pay for some ads and let me see if I can throw something out and get somebody to stick on the wall and I can call them back. So luckily I did that. Got a person who was interested, called them on the phone. They lived an hour away. So I was like, they interested. Hey, I'm going to go see them. I'm going to go and drive an hour to do a presentation because I'm like that. So I drove an hour. This is funny. I drove an hour, talked to the person. She broke down the presentation. They still didn't join. I drove an hour back. So that's 2 hours out of my life just to make a $50 commission. Think about it. That's gas money. So 2 hours out of my life to make a $50 commission that I didn't even make. So at that point, I was like, you know what? This sucks real. This sucks big time right now. But I'm not going to give up because I'm not a quitter. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. I was passing out CDs. I was walking around in 97-degree weather, putting flyers in people's mailbox to come to the meeting that night. You know how now we know that you got to promote the event? I'm promoting the event on the day of the event to people I don't know. So, of course they didn't come. They have no clue who I am. So, fast forward a little bit. Me and one of my business partners, Laura Robson, y'all may know her. We was in the same company at the time, and we was like, the business owner, the owner of the company is coming to this area, which is 45 minutes away for us. Here's how we can position ourselves to be ahead of the pack. Let's drive up a couple of hours. Let's go to Kinko's. Let's invest in some color flyers. We got to look professional. We got to make it look like we know what we're doing. So we invested about $50-some into some professional colored copy of the little flyer for the event. So we went to this. It's in Williamsburg, Virginia, which is a big tourist area. A lot of people stay in the hotels, traveling, shopping. So we went to the area to pass out flyers. I said, they got money. If they out here shopping, they got money. That was my mentality thinking. So we passing out flyers. So call her on the phone. Was like, hey, I got a couple more flyers to pass out. I'm going to meet you at the car. She said, great. So I said, okay, I'm going to get this couple I see coming up. I think I was by the Guest store. I just went in to see what they had. Came out, dressed, suit and tie, looking sharp as a tie. So I reached my hand out like this. Let me show y'all can see this. I did like, matter of fact, I want to kind of redo this. I did just like this. And the lady was like, we're not interested. And it felt like somebody just got a knife and did me like this and started twisting it. And I called Laura. I was like, Laura, I am ready to go. So when I got to my car, I said, look, if we got to do this to build a business, I said, I'm quitting. I'm not going to keep doing this because this sucks. Because at that time, I wasn't okay with rejection. I just wasn't okay. I hadn't made it to that point in my business where I know it just rolled off my shoulders. This stuck on me. So get back home, start looking at internet stuff and ran into some information. And bam, I just learned about internet marketing, blogging. And I thought I knew everything, and just basically the moral of the story is I stayed in the game. That right there, when the lady said no, that was really like a breakthrough. I didn't see it, but that was a breakthrough for me opening up to learn other stuff because I knew I saw other people walking across the stage, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $3,000 bonuses, $2,000 bonuses. I was like, why I can't be one of those people? I was like, they're no different from me. I don't think they are. I mean, unless they're terminated and they just come in there killing everything and people say, I don't know. But, I mean, that was the breakthrough for me that kept me in a game that got me to where I'm at today. I think I answered your question. I probably went all in a 360-degree turn.
Yeah, you did pretty much. You basically touched on that moment when you realized, oh, no, there has to be a better way.
Yeah.
Like, this is not happening. This is not happening. Yeah, it's definitely it's interesting when you have your first business, and I know mine, I was younger, 19, even as far as level of maturity wasn't even there, right? All I knew was I wanted to make some money, right? Had no kids, no responsibility. And even the responsibility I had, I didn't take responsibility for. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And so, you know, you're like, well, whatever you say, do. I remember my first network marketing company, it was a $5,000 investment. My dad co-signed on a loan for me, selling some water filtration systems. I had to go door to door and test people's water. And then try to get them to buy like a whole water filtration system for their house or whatever. It had this one item though. You know how you become a product of the product? I always train on that, become a product of the product. They had this one product that was like a shower thing. You put it in the shower. It was like taking a shower in Evian. After like 4 days of using it, your body had like natural moistures. It was banging, but it also showed you how nasty the water was. And that was back in 90. I'm going to tell you that I'm 40, so that was a while ago. You know what I'm saying? But I remember the same thing. And then joining another company because I didn't like going door to door. It all involved in finding a way to get rid of that rejection, right? Mm-hmm. Finding a way to get around the rejection. You get the no's to the yes, okay. But has to be a better way where you don't have to keep facing these no's. And what I think you were saying before too is like that's kind of the first step.
Yeah.
Before you even get to closing, you got to get to the step where you're actually talking to people who want what you actually think they want what you have.
Yeah.
You know. And would you say that the internet, getting online, brought you to that place of where you really begin to understand how to spend your time speaking to people who at least showed that they were interested in what you wanted? So when you were picking up the phone talking to people, they're actually people. You don't have to convince them up front.
No. I mean, when you look at it, you know, like one of my first, in my first business online, I always remember what this guy used to always say. He said he only talked to people who want to talk to him. I ain't understand it then, but now I look at it like, yeah, that makes sense. You only want to talk to people who want to talk to you, because at the end of the day, if you out here on the internet and just hitting people up and sharing your link to your opportunity and, you know, you spamming your own wall, half of the time, them people don't want to hear that. They already seen it 50 million times from somebody else. So, of course, you're not going to generate no leads, and you're not going to have nobody to talk to. But when you start attracting people who want what you have based on whatever you're marketing, based on your niche, the game becomes that much easier, because now you're already talking to somebody who's interested. They might just have a question. They might just want you to break down a couple of things. Maybe they saw your presentation or whatever, and they just need a couple of answers. And sometimes they just want to know, are you real on the other side of the computer? Look, trust me, a lot of people I'm talking to now on the phone, because a lot of people shy away from the phone because they hear it, and I put it in my marketing because it does work. They hear it, you know, sponsor people without picking up the phone. Sponsor people, never have to talk to anybody again. Now, if you're building a business, of course, at some point, you're going to need to talk to the people, even after they join your business. Everything ain't just hands off all the time. Even people who are building at high levels, $1 million earners, they still have people talking to their customers. They may not be doing it, but the interaction is still there. So a lot of times people got to understand, hey, yes, you can build on the internet, but if you just do it one step, all I'm doing is going one step that my competition is not doing, and I'm picking up the phone. And because I know what to say on the phone, because I already got some things in place that when I get on the phone with them, it's a simple. The people I'm talking to are almost like they already know me. It's funny. So it's an easy conversation. Even if they don't join me, even if they don't buy my product, that person still has me on their mind because it was a great experience that we have. And a lot of those people come back and be like, hey, you know what? I wasn't ready at that time, but I'm ready today. You see what I'm saying? So if you go one step further and understand the dynamics of what's going on, if you take people off the computer and get them on the phone, you know, as you start growing and learning, you get comfortable. Everybody's not comfortable, but if you're going to be in this business, you got to get uncomfortable. You're going to be uncomfortable to get, what's that? Be uncomfortable to get comfortable, something like that. Yeah. But it's just a process. I mean, it's just a process.
Yeah. See, that's good. That's good. It's definitely the idea of not picking up the phone. I for a season, I fell for it. I ain't gonna lie. I drank the Kool-Aid, stopped picking up the phone, because honestly, I was tired of the phone anyways, not because the phone didn't work, but because I didn't know I wasn't trained on how to use the phone correctly.
Right.
Does that make sense? So sometimes we stop doing something because we're not getting the results we want, but then we're not connecting that it's not the phone, it's how you're handling the situation, right? Then I started picking up the phone again and felt literally like, oh my God, this is home for me. Love it. Love giving the information. It's up to the person to make the decision after that, right? But also I would say, you know, over time, it seems like whether a person, you know, when you give someone value, right, and you allow them to, maybe I should just telling a story for them, because even as a mom, most of my stories do it being a mom, right? Mm-hmm. So as a mom, I have my daughters, right? And my youngest daughter, she's really like, it's like looking in the mirror half the time. And it's very, I want to say interesting, but it's that uncomfortable to get comfortable thing. Like, I do think God's kind of getting a kick out of this and like laughing at me half the time because I'm having to deal with myself on a daily basis with her. Yet when I give her valuable information that I know if she takes it, it's going to work for her, I don't debate it, right? But if I didn't give it to her when she does something wrong because I didn't give her that information, I hold myself responsible for that. Does that make sense? So with calling people, now I feel like this is great. I'm back in my zone where I can offer that information. So whether you use it or not, at least you know it. And like you're saying, it's in the back of their head. So later on, as things start to happen, had they not had the information at all, now they're going to be like, oh, that's probably what she meant. That's probably what Shawn meant when he said this. Like, I'm seeing it right now. You know, I just drove and I'm at a meeting and I invited 20 people and none of them showed up. And now I'm here at this meeting on Tuesday night, this way for my family, when I could be home. Maybe that's what Shawn meant. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what Shalonda was talking about, right? And so, which had we not given them information, they never would have known. Now, I do want to get into some. Wait, you saw it. Okay, I was like, see if you saw the comment over here.
Yeah. I'm trying to multitask.
Oh, good. Because at least I was like, okay. So, yeah, and most people don't like to be right. You're right, Rod. I'll call you RD on here because I don't know if everybody has your whole name. So RD, you're right about talking to strangers. And that was one of the main reasons why I came online in the first place, was the idea that I had to go talk to people, just walk up on strangers and that kind of thing. And as time has gone by since the last decade or so, it's not necessarily the safest thing to do, right? Just walking up on somebody. You don't know telling what might happen these days. But, you know, Shawn, I do want to get into what we brought you on here for, too, as well, to make sure people really get those nuggets. I'm getting my pen and paper out because I know I'm going to be taking notes when you speak about this. But really about connecting, right? And how you connect to close. What would you say are maybe a few steps, right, that a newbie or a person would want to, even someone who's more seasoned, might want to implement into their close, into their marketing, into their connecting? What are some of the things you find work best and that have allowed you to start closing, 1 to 2 people a day into your business?
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Oh, let me see how I can break this down. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to break things down, but I'm gonna dig deep. Let me see if I can break this down. But one thing, what I noticed over the last couple of years, that even though I was generating leads, I wasn't closing like I thought I should, and I was trying to figure out what was the missing link. What was I not doing that wasn't getting me to the results that I want? And one thing was, I really wasn't picking up the phone. I was thinking, okay, I can send an email here or there. They see my video, they see me on Facebook, but I wasn't picking up the phone. Yeah, I was getting some sales, but I wasn't picking up the phone. Once I picked up the phone, my results still didn't get high because I still had a missing piece in it. I was getting a little better results, but it wasn't as good as I thought they were. So what I found, and I just kind of watched some other people get results, and I was checking out what they was doing. What I found is, I was fact finding. Once I started fact finding and understanding who I was talking to on the phone before I even talked to them, what they was doing, why they was in the business, just simple questions that I was asking them, and once I got on the phone, it was an easier conversation because now I done read that question. I did like a survey, let them answer the questions on the survey. So once I got on the phone with them, now I'm like looking at the survey and like, great, okay, I see who I'm talking to. I see what their problem is. So I already have the solution. I already know what the solution is, but I want them to pretty much close themselves. Because half of the time people close themselves. You ain't going to really close them. They close themselves, and I help. How can I put this? I make them close themselves based on their responses to my questions. So if a person need to make $2,000 a month, they're not generating leads. They've been in an XYZ company for 4 years. They got two hours a day. They can build their business. They're going to listen to me 100% because I got the results that they want. I already know which way to push them. But if I get a person to say, okay, Shawn, I want to make $3,000 a month, that's great. That's a great goal. But I have no money to invest in marketing and continue education to get to that point. Then that's not realistic. I already know that's not realistic. So before I was doing that, I was getting on the phone, not asking them questions, and I was getting the answers of, well, I don't have no money to invest in marketing. I may do it your way. Can you give me more information? I was getting a whole lot of rejection here, stupid answers here on the phone conversation. It was like a lot of waste of our time. Now, when I figure out a couple of questions to ask them as far as fact finding, when I get on the phone with them now, I already know exactly what I need to know, and I just reiterate what they already told me. But at the end of that, I don't really tell them to join me. I tell nobody to join me. I don't ask anybody to join me. I just use a phrase that I heard a master marketer say, and a lot of you guys probably heard it, sound like you're ready to get started. That's it. I mean, because they already gave me the answers why they want to work with me, how much money they have to spend. If all the questions are congruent to what I want to see, then I let them close that stuff. Sound like you're ready to get started. Most people be like, okay, yeah, what I do next? They're like, what's the next step? I don't say join me, and I got a systematic way where I get them enrolled in my business. But that's pretty much, if I can put everything in a nutshell, I just pretty much fact find with my prospect before I get on the phone with them. And then when I get on the phone with them, I already have the answers laid out. And it's like, say if Shalonda was one of my prospects, and she said she wanted to make $3,000 a month, and then I asked her why outside, what would the money do for her? How would it change her life? Well, I have 2 daughters that help me do X, Y, Z and help me, put them in private school, whatever the situation may be. So when I get down to how much money do you have to invest, and you put 0, now I can go back to Shalonda and say, well, I thought you want to get your kids in a better school. I thought you want to, be able to take this trip. So how can you get to that point in your life and your business if you're not willing to put some skin in the game and learn something more than what you already know? Because at the end of the day, I'd invested hundreds and thousands of dollars in training. I mean, in the beginning, I used to pay for stuff and never looked at it. I just brought it because the webinar was cool and I wanted to be in with everybody else. And I didn't want nobody to come to me and say, hey, did you buy it? I didn't want to say, no, I ain't get it. I was like, yeah, I brought it. But I still ain't look at it. I just went on and brought it. I made somebody else rich and I just brought their product. But now, I got a 2-year-old son. When I invest in stuff, I'm using it. Trust me. Because what I know is if I use it and learn it, I can go back and resell the information in a blog post, on the phone, a video. All that's going to do is enhance me, who I am as a sponsor, as a leader, and attract people to me and build up my business and help me build up their business. So when you're talking to a prospect, fact finding, that's the number one. Fact finding before you get on the phone call. Got to fact find. Don't get on the phone call, then you want to ask questions. Have the questions already, have them already answer the question. And you do that through a survey. You can do a survey. You can do Survey Monkey. You can go on Woofu or something like that. Woofu. You can do surveys. If you want to ask questions on the phone, yeah, but I find those, it's like I don't like the fact find during the process. I like to already have it in front of me, or I already went through it. And then when I get on the phone, it's an easy conversation. And just kind of get into a little bit more about closing. I don't get on the phone and be like, hey, you ready to join my business? Hey, what's up? I get on the phone like I already know my people. I already know them. Because most of the time I already know like where they're from, because I research people before I actually call them. If they leave me that number, I want to see exactly where they're from. So if I call Shalonda, then I'll be like, hey, what's going on, Shalonda? This Shawn. You was on my website not too long ago. She going to remember me. She'll be like, oh, you call me? Trust me, you're going to get those, because a lot of people don't even call their leads when they leave numbers. be like, "Oh, Shawn, you called me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a real person just like you." So me, because I'm a sports person, I jump into football and basketball, and I'll be like, "So let me guess." I'll say something like, and I'm genuine with it because I like sports. I'll be like, "So before this conversation continues, let me find out what team you like in football. Because if you say the wrong answer, then I can't help you. I'm gonna hang up the phone." And most I get chuckles and laugh, and I'm not gonna do that. But I mess around with people. Sometimes I talk to women; they had no clue about sports. So they be like, "I don't look at football." I be like, "Oh, so your husband ain't never put you in?" So yeah, I'm fact finding now because they're not in sports. I don't know if they're married, and they be like, "No, I'm not married." I said, "Okay." So now I know they're a single mom or a single person, maybe with kids or without kids. But in the process of the conversation, sometimes you can fact find, because I don't like to ask people, "Are you married? How many kids you got?" That's like they're filling out an application for a job or something. I don't ask some type of questions, but I'll break the ice with my prospect. That's basically what I'm saying. I'll break the ice, have a little conversation, see who they really are, and they see who I really am, because I'm the same person on the phone that I am off the line. And then I get into the information. Because most times people already, they already got the X up before you call. They're like, "Shawn calling me. Yep, I know I was on this website, but I'm not going to join." So I don't get into, "Hey, yeah, you was on my website. You ready to join my business? How much money you got? Pull out your credit card. Let's go." I don't do all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, when you treat people, when you connect to them, when you truly want to help them build whatever they building or help them create whatever result they're trying to create, to me, that's prosperity. It's going to come back to you tenfold. Mm-hmm. And they can hear that through the phone. A lot of people you might run across the internet scared to pick up the phone. Why? Because they're not sincere in what they tell you. And if they do pick up the phone, they're full of BS, because all they see is you as a dollar bill. They don't really see you as, okay, this could be a lifelong partnership in business. And I believe, what's the phrase? Help people get what they want, you'll get what you want. And that's pretty much it. So I know I kind of went like this and I went like this.
No, you did good. I followed it.
Okay, I got it.
I took like a look.
Okay, hey. See, the thing is, when you're talking to people on the phone, don't be afraid, because guess what? They filled out your form, so they don't know what you know. Even if you knew it today, if you listen to this and you brand spanking new, you never did a business before, but you're in a business and you learning something, they don't even know that. So you are the expert. Yeah. And if you get on the phone, and I ain't saying get on the phone and be cocky. Like, I had a person partner with me probably like 2 weeks ago. They was an A personality, meaning they was aggressive type person. They like to be in charge. But I peeped that early on in the conversation, because they kept asking me, how much money have I made? What's my results? When they don't now, they don't have any results now, keep in mind. But they're asking me all these questions. I was like, oh, I see where this is trying to go. And I was like, well, you can't spend my money. So what I make really doesn't make a difference. Now, if you was laying beside me in the bed, yeah, I'll show you the bank account. But you're not, you can't spend my money. So let's get into how can I help you make what you want to make. And then they went on to ask me some more interrogator type questions. But because I held my ground, because I believe in myself first, now they're on my team, and now I'm helping them build their business. But if I was weak and I kind of fell into that trap they was trying to do, they wouldn't have joined me. They would have went and found somebody stronger than me and partnered with them. And I learned that just through going to seminars, hearing somebody speak on what I just told you. I heard somebody speak on it, and I learned how to handle that. Because I can remember back when I first did my first business, way back in the day, I had an ad out on Craigslist, I think, generated a lead. The gentleman called me, and I was like, oh, snap. Somebody called me from Craigslist. Oh, yes, this works. I have arrived. Yes, Shawn, you there. I'm like, hey, this is Shawn Johnson. How's it going? Hey, look, I just need the website. I don't need to know all the other stuff. Oh, yeah, sure, man. www.IAin'tGoMakeNoMoney.com. That's my website, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? I didn't make any money because I was so excited that somebody called me. I was just spitting out stuff, not learning who am I talking to? Why are you calling me? Even if they are qualified, I just didn't know all the stuff I know now. So now when I get a call, hey, Shawn, I saw your website. I said, awesome. I said, look, so we can have a better conversation. What's your email address? Or can I text you a form? I just need you to fill it out. And let's set up a time I can get back with you. That way we can have a more intelligent conversation so I can see how I can help you. That sound fair? Yeah, every time. That sound fair? Yeah, sure, that sound fair. That's like a word I lead into. That sound fair? Yes. Correct? Correct. I never had anybody tell me no. And maybe I got an unfair advantage because I was a former police officer. So I know verbal judo. Verbal judo is just getting people to comply with your words. Maybe I'm a little unfair with my advantage, but you can do this. Trust me. Once you learn people never change. Marketing techniques and tactics and strategies change, but people never change. And once you understand people, what they want, see, we are self-centered. We're just self-centered. So you don't get on the phone and everything. Let people talk about themselves. Put our questions out there, or create a survey or a form or video. I mean, whatever type of marketing you do, it's all about giving value and having that person see themselves in your situation or consumed in your information where they can see themselves succeed. I ain't saying be bogus with it. With Shalonda Love, I just keep talking. I ain't saying be bogus with it, but be real with your information. And once you understand people, trust me, this game is so easy once you understand people, because, I mean, we just a different species, but we never change as far as our thinking. I mean, as far as how we look at information, things like that, but tactics and stuff change. So you can do Facebook, you can do Twitter and all that stuff and generate leads. But when you get on the phone with the people, or when you're doing your marketing and you don't know how to talk to those people, you're not understanding the person, then you just gonna lose every time. So, understanding copywriting, understanding different things you can look up as far as understanding what's the word I'm looking for? I'm getting kind of tongue-tied here. Understanding how people think. Just look at you. Just think about yourself. Just look at how you think when somebody presents something to you, or when you're looking at information. What's going through your head. When you kind of can put yourself in their shoes and understand what they're going through on the other end, then you'll understand how to talk to them and what to say and when to say it. So like I said, I never ask anybody to join. I always say, sounds like you're ready to get started. They're either going to say, what I do next, or no. See, I ain't got all that. Let me think about it. Let me get back to you. But I got something for that too. I got a trick for that. When people do you like that, say, great. Here's what we normally do. Here's what I did. And here's what some of you probably doing now. When people are not ready to make a decision right then and there, if you're on the phone or if you face to face, that's great. Don't beat them up. It's not that they're not serious. Everybody's situation is different. So when you hear, hey, Shalonda, let me think about that, or let me get back to you. Here's what we normally do. We'd be like, okay, great. Okay, all right, I'll talk to you later. And guess what? Week go by, month go by. Now you like, let me call them. Then you call them, now answer the phone. And then you like, well, maybe they was at work and they couldn't pick up the phone. Then you call them again, they couldn't answer the phone. Then you like, well, maybe they was in the bathroom, they was taking a shower. Then you call them again, they answer the phone, and you like, they're probably looking at Scandal or Empire, so I'm going to call them tomorrow because I know everybody got to catch that show. And then they never go pick up the phone because you done blew that cell phone up. But here's what you do. Here's how you overcome all that stuff. When somebody is not interested right then and there, or maybe they don't have the money, say, great. You say, I totally respect that. I understand everybody's situation is different. Give me a date when you're ready to make this happen. Give me a date, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on my calendar, and then I'm going to follow back up with you on that particular day. So give me a date. Or Shalonda may say, Shawn, hey, I can't do it. I'm at work right now, but I want to talk about it a little bit more. Let me get back to you. I said, no problem, Shalonda. I said, look, let me let you go because I know you're at work. Look, today is Friday. Let's talk Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's good. That's good for you. She can either tell me yes or no. She can say, no, that's not good. Great. Sunday might be a bad day. I know you church and football. How about Wednesday at 12 o'clock noon? You off on Wednesday? Yeah, I'm off. 12 o'clock work? Great. So now at 12 o'clock Wednesday, I call them. I'm not pressured. Why? Because we had an appointment. And when they pick up the phone, if they pick up the phone, then we can go through the process. Say they don't join then. That's great too. Okay. I come up with another follow-up date. Now, I'm only doing 2 follow-up dates. After 2 follow-up dates, you still don't make a decision, then you got my information. You're on my list. You're getting my emails. You're watching me. Guess what? That's great. I just had a young lady who last Saturday I talked to her on the phone. She wanted to get started, but she couldn't do it right then because she had some things going on. She said she'll get back to me. I paused. I said, hold up, pump your brakes, let's stop. I ain't say it like that, but that's basically what I was thinking. But I was like, look, today is Saturday. When will you be able to get started? She said, I'll be able to get started next Saturday. I said, great. So here's what happened. Because I am an entrepreneur and I still have a job. See, people see my success and be like, Shawn, you do this full time? I'm like, no, I believe in addition, not subtraction. That's me. That's just my philosophy. I believe in adding zeros and not subtracting zeros. My job is cool. I work for the government. I'm a vet, former police officer. I'm laid back. Hey, look, I can work my business from the cell phone while I'm at work at my desk, so it don't bother me. I believe in adding checks, not taking away checks. So make a long story short, she supposed to join yesterday, but guess what? Here's what magically happened. And I'm going to show it to y'all guys. Here's what magically happened. I was at work Friday doing something on the computer at work, just messing around, and I got a text. You can't see that, but hold on. Yeah. It's like when people join, I get these texts. I get all these texts. I'm going to just scroll along. Look, this when people join, I get a text. Look. And I ain't lying. I don't want to put people information, but this when people join. See, it's still, oh, it stopped. So that means I can't show you everything. Look. But she joined on Friday because I already pre-sold her and she already pre-sold herself. She told me Saturday, but she joined Friday. And basically when she joined, I got the text. I hit her up. I got her acclimated into what we was doing. And then, I got her in the right place. And then I was back to work doing my job. Then I was getting calls and texts. Hey, I saw your website. Hey, can you connect with me? Hey, Shawn, I got a question, blah, 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 blah. So when you start generating these leads, and that's like a whole nother, what's this called, Blab? That's a whole Blab on generating leads. That's a whole, but the thing is, if you're generating leads, or if you at least having people to talk to, which is great, now you got to understand, man, I need to close some of these people in my business, whether it's as a customer or whether it's a new business partner. And once you start understanding people, and one thing I would tell you, don't sell money. Don't sell money. I don't care how great your opportunity is. Don't sell the money, because when you sell the money and they don't make it, they quit.
They quit, yeah.
Sell people back on themselves. Sell people back on their dreams. Sell people back on the concept of what they're trying to do and accomplish. Once you start saying, hey, you can make X, Y, Z, and that's all you talk about, they're not going to be interested. And what I'm doing right now, I'm helping other network marketers, prosper and build their business. Yes, it's income tied to it. Yes, it's a great income tied to it. Am I making money? Yeah, I'm making money. But when I talk to them on the phone, I never talk about that because, for one, that's not why, they're already in an opportunity. So they don't care about what I'm doing. They want to know, hey, Shawn, how can you help me get from A to Z? And that's my focus, how I can help them. Most what happened is they hit me back up and say, hey, I ain't know I can make money with this. I'd be like, yeah. Can you show me how to leverage both? I said, sure. That's basically what we do. We show you how to leverage both, and I help them. But I don't say, hey, you can make $1,000 in a week. Hey, you can make $3,500 in a month. But I don't do all that because I did that. You will make money, but guess what? You will see a lot of people drop off, and the average person, by you being here, a lot of people don't have what it takes to stick in the game. But a person, if you sell somebody on themselves, who they are and what they're trying to accomplish, they'll stick around for a long time. It's people that's still in Herbalife today that probably signed up in the 1970s and the 80s.
Yeah.
And they make no money, but they're still in it.
They're not going nowhere.
And they ain't going nowhere. You can't make them go nowhere. You pull a gun to their head, they probably still won't go nowhere. Yeah. So it's because they were sold on the concept of, I guess, the company. I don't know everything for a fact, but the concept of the company and the vision, and I guess what the product could do for them. Because if you look at your business, here's some offside of closing that if you understand this, you're gonna rock it. Trust me. If you look at a lot of different companies out there, it's easier to keep a person as a customer than a distributor. Because what happens is when you start pushing distributors, people are going to join you and some people are going to stay. But a lot of people who don't make money, they're going to be looking for the next opportunity. The thing is, when you got a product that's good, that some people can use, when you get the people become a product of the product, and you also doing it as well as you promoting it, guess what? They're not worried about making. If they don't make money, they don't care because they're using your products and your services. But if you just preaching money, then guess what? The day they don't make it, you lost a customer and you lost a distributor. You lost two people in one purchase. So I always like go after the customer and then let people turn themselves into distributors. Now, if you take that and apply it back to what you're doing and look at what you got, trust me, you start doing your marketing that way. Of course, at sometimes you want to talk to people who are go-getters who see what you see and they want to make money. Yeah, I ain't telling you not to do that, but when just evaluate your marketing and understand who you're talking to and that your niche and what their goals are, and then understand that, hey, you can't have a business without customers. I mean, you just can't. You can have all the distributors you want in the world, but when they go to the next greatest, latest potion, lotion, long distance service, blogging system, marketing system, whatever, guess what? Then you back to square one. But if you got a product that they like and they're using, it don't matter. They'll stay with you. So I hope I kind of hit home on that one. So whatever.
Yeah, that was very good. See, and it's funny because I'm taking all these notes because you already know I'll be doing a blog post, right?
Uh-oh.
Constantly putting out content, right? Shawn says. But Shalonda thinks, no, I'm playing. Shalonda agrees with what Shawn says. And that's interesting because some guys, when you go on the blabs and on the trainings and the webinars and you get the information, don't be shy to share the information. Because we had talked about how lead generation is going to be something that we'll have to go over again on another time. Yet that's a quick way to start to generate leads is to give value, and you're getting value even by taking out time right now to hang out with us here on this blab. Right? You're receiving value right now through this information. Take notes. Go ahead and share the notes you have. Share that information. That is content for work to put out to the marketplace now and today. Right? Shawn, you said a few good things. I really like what you said about the survey. Right? And picking up the phone after you have done a little bit of fact finding. Right? Let me ask you this. I'm just going to be completely honest. We here hanging out. We got about another 5 minutes. What about when you explain, answer questions, and then your prospect wants you to answer them again and again? Like, how do you work with that?
Well, if so, basically what you asked me is if I broke down something, but they say they still don't get it, or can I go into it? Can I elaborate? You
answer, and then they act like you never said it at all, as though that's what's holding them back from making a decision. You see what I'm saying? Is there a way to close that?
No, huh? I said, bye, Felicia.
Oh, no.
If I asked them, so basically you're saying I gave them the answer, but it's holding them back from making a decision to join my answer, or maybe I heard you wrong. I'm sorry. So I call you, I give you the details. Right. We talk, you give me some information about you, I give you details, and then a time is set to when you're going to make a decision, you're coming in, and then, but the reply is, well, I need more information like XYZ, which the information you already gave when they initially made the decision. And I'm saying this for myself, like, how do I respond? Because I tend to not respond. I'll be like, okay, well, this probably won't work, and I'll pull it away. Because just in a close too, I believe a closing technique as well is just to pull the offer. Yeah, and you can do that. You can say, I mean, it all depends on the person. If somebody, if I run across that situation, I have in the past where, they just didn't make a decision because they need more information. I didn't gave them all the information. I simply asked them, okay, so here's the deal. If I tell you what you need to know right now, and I learned this, look, I'm not the originator of this information. I just regurgitate it. I just, spit it back up and use it for myself.
All that training I said you've been through, that's that investment.
Look,
right.
When you use this stuff, I mean, people give away stuff. Here's what I know. People don't use half of what you tell them. What we got? How many people we got on here? 18, I guess?
18 views, 6 live. 6 are live, 18 have viewed.
Okay, so 6 are live. 6 people here getting some information. Great, that's perfect. 5 of them, well, I can't say, but everybody that's listening is not going to use. They're going to be like, oh, he another marketer, oh, he blah, 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 blah. I thought like that before. They're not going to use it. But then you're going to have that one person who's like, okay, let me test this out. Let me try this, because apparently he getting some type of results. He on the leaderboards. He making money. He on this blab. He must be doing something right. So let me use it. And then they go use it. I'm just that person like them. I'm using the information that I done heard top marketers use, because I see that. Hey, Sean, I'm coming. That's my son knocking on the door. He's 2 years old. I'll be out in a minute. But
bring him in.
Information that I heard them say, because I'm looking at their results. I'm like, if they doing all this, why not experiment with it? At least experiment with it and see what happens. So the person said, hey, I need a little bit more information before I make a decision, even though you gave me everything, the nuts and bolts and the meat and the potatoes, you gave me everything. I'd be like, great. So here's the deal. So if I answer your question right now, or whatever you need to know, because I need to know specifically what you need to know. So that's what I ask them. What specifically, I break it down, what specifically do you need answer? And if I answer it right now on this phone conversation, are you ready to get started? Because after that, if they're not, I'm not calling them back no more. They're on my list. They get my emails. They see me do what I do. There's no need to keep calling people when you already broke it down. And then you ask them specifically, maybe they're not comprehending. Maybe it's something you can tell them to clear it up and break it down. So I say, what specifically do you need to know right now so you can make a decision, so I can go ahead and get you started and get you up and running so you can start seeing results within the next 60 to 90 days? What you need to know? Tell me, because I want to help you. What is it? Mm-hmm. If they can't actively tell me, then they just playing around or they're not serious. Then I play the little game. And I'm like, okay, well, hey, you have an awesome day. Then I'm going to do what I got to do. But what I will not do is keep calling them back and hoping they join me. Oh, I need a sale. I mean, you don't got time for that. Look, there's people out here with their hand raised right now looking for you like, where's Shalonda at? Yeah. They might not be saying your name, but they like, well, I need help. Where they at? And once you start putting out content, instead of putting out, join my stuff, and then once you take them from the computer to the phone, then you be like, man, this ain't so bad talking to people on the phone. It really ain't. See, here's why a lot of you are afraid of the phone, if you're afraid of the phone. Just like me, because when you first got started in this industry, they told you to go buy leads. And you buying leads that have no clue who you are, never seen your face, don't even care about you.
They cold.
When you call them, they like, man, you the ninth person to call me. Don't call me no damn. I'm going to be real with, don't call me no damn mo. Don't call me no FMO. Leave me alone. I'm going to report y'all. This the lead you getting. So now you feel that rejection. You like, man, I don't want to talk on the phone. But see, it's different when you are talking to people who already want to talk to you, who gave you their phone number, who saw you on the video, who saw you on Facebook, who saw you on the Blab, who saw you on Periscope, who saw you on Twitter. It's totally different because now when you pick up the phone, oh, Sean, what's up? Hey, man, I like that Superman hat. Hey, man, what you said on that video made me laugh, man. You was talking exactly to me. And I'd be like, oh, that's what's up. Hey, where you from? Oh, I'm from Chicago. Oh, man, tell me one thing. You're a Chicago Bear fan. They'd be like, yeah. I said, you know what? You ready to join me? You let's go ahead and sign you up because you Chicago. I'm Chicago. It's a match made in heaven. Let's get started. And I'd be like, nah, I just joke. I said, hey, so what's going on? How can I help you today? Look at that. Look how simple that conversation was. So easy. I mean, I'm just being myself because that's who I am anyway. I like sports and I talk it. And if they don't like sports, they'd be like, I don't know. I don't look at Chicago bad. I'd be like, really? I said, how you live in Chicago and you don't go for the Bears? I said, come on now. I said, all right, I'm going to give you a pass. So what's going on with you today? Is it cold up there yet? See, a lot of y'all want to get on the phone and say, hey, what's up? Yeah, we got the best comp plan in the industry. Hey, look, our products are second to none. Have you seen that video? Have you seen XYZ? She's traveling all over the world. He's traveling all over. I'm on the number one team in the company. We killing it. And guess what? You ain't bust a grape. They don't care about that. They want to know who you are. Do they want to do business with you? Is it going to be a match? And when you understand that and you just be you, as long as you ain't arrogant. If you're arrogant, then tone it down a little bit. But just be you and talk to the people and close them. It ain't no magic. Trust me, it ain't a magic pill. In my last company, I was a rising star in it. And because I started grasping this information that I'm telling y'all, and I started putting in people like, bam, bam, every time you turn around. Then I had a shift. They was going in a direction that I didn't want to go. I wanted to do something totally different because I just wanted to do something different. Let's just put it that way. So I decided to partner with something different. So when I came onto the scene, that first month, I think in 31 days, I put in like 34 people, whatever. I became member of the month in that particular company, and people like looking at me like, oh man, praise you. They thought I was God. I was like, dude, I done bumped my head on the wall some years back. I said, this ain't happened yesterday. This happened some years back. It's just I'm in the right opportunity. I'm in the right space where I can exercise my talents and help people for what they're trying to do. And everything just coming full circle now. So it ain't like I just jumped on the scene and be like, I done brought every product and I stayed on the computer like this all night and I'm going to learn it. And then all of a sudden I applied it. No, I've been applying this from the day I joined my first home-based business. I've been applying this information. You just over time, you grow. And I look at what everybody else is doing. I said, let me look at what they're doing. How can I be a little different? How can I do it bigger? And how can I do it, a little bit more efficient? Because I do have a job. I do have a 2-year-old. I do have a wife. So I need leverage. So I don't have time to just be talking to any and everybody. I need to talk to people who are serious. So when I get on the phone with somebody, they already know who I am. They already know how they found me. I got that phone number. I got information on them. So it's almost like I'm calling a friend up and be like, hey, what's up, Shalonda? I see you in Atlanta. I said, I went on your Facebook profile. They be like, yeah. I say, hey, that's your daughter? Yeah, great. Okay. How long you been in Atlanta? Oh, I've been in Atlanta a couple times. I don't really know too much about it. I know the Atlanta Braves suck, and I just know Atlanta Falcons suck. That's okay with you? I'm just being myself because that's who I am. And most likely they can be like, nah, man, what you talking about? Now I got her. Now we talking. I said, that's what. So look, what's going on with you?
They make it hard to be fans. I'll say that.
So it's an easy transition into a conversation and connecting with them. It's all about connecting. Like you said, connect to the close. I'm connecting to them in the beginning. I already got in front of them the closing questions. Why? Because they closed that self when they answered the survey or when they told me what they need. Some people email me. Some people don't do surveys. They just email me because I got certain stuff set up in my funnel where I ask questions. They email me about, hey, I need to learn how to generate leads and I need to learn how to do it by next week because I need to make triple, double goose star in my company. And I get on the phone with them. I'm just like, Shalonda, I got your question on my email. I'm going to be honest with you. If you try to do this next week, it ain't going to happen because you brand spanking new. Now, I can't promise you that it won't happen. And it may happen. You might be a freak of nature and bam, you hit it off. I can't say it won't. But being realistic, I can't see it happening. But I can't promise you any type of monetary gain or any type of outcome. But here's what I can promise you. If you stick with me for 60 to 90 days, look at the plug. I already told them they partnered with me for at least 3 months. I just told them that they don't know. I just told them. So I say, if you stick with me for the next 30 to 90 days, I can't promise you money and I can't promise you any type of income, but I can promise you that your brain going to expand and you're going to know more today than you know today so you can be more efficient in your business. So I told them they're going to stick with me for 3 months. I told them that they're going to learn something and hey, let's get started. That's it. See, it's all wordplay. And again, I got an unfair advantage because I was a police officer and I learned this at the academy. So I think I have to talk to
Shawn, let me, because our time is running out, but I want to make sure that, you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I'm good.
I want to make sure that everybody can reach you. So where is what's the best way for anybody that's watching this to connect with you, get on your list, join you? What's the best way?
Well, I'm reconstructing a blog. I'm going to give you 2 simple ways that you can connect with me. We can talk on Facebook, whatever. You want to go to workwithshawnjohnson.com. Now, it's a brand spanking new blog, so don't get on and be like, this dude full of crap. His blog ain't even up. But I got some information on the blog. That's going to be that's going to be my home away from home. So workwithshawnjohnson.com. That's SHAWN. Johnson.com, workwithshawnjohnson.com. Then you're just going to hit me up on Facebook on my fan page or my regular profile, ShawnJohnson.com. I mean, just Shawn Johnson. If you put it in the search bar, you're going to see me with the hat. The one you want to connect with, the one that's looking like this, because I got 2. I got one like this and I got one like this. Connect to the one like this. Boy, that's funny. But that's pretty much it. Yeah. I don't do Twitter a lot. So if you hit me up, you can hit me up on Twitter, but don't get mad at me if it takes me 3 months to connect back with you. I just don't do Twitter. I'm sorry. I don't understand it like that yet.
You said
I really don't. I get on there every so often. I don't really know it like that yet.
I'm putting up my information is theonlinemarketingangel.com or you can catch me on Facebook at ShalondaGordonFanpage.com. And I'm putting those over on the side, everybody, so you can have those links. So guys, connect with Shawn. He's a beast. And I didn't get it to the beginning of the recording, so I'm going to tell it at the end. Shawn Johnson's been online since about, was it 2007, 2008?
2006, about six.
2006?
Oh, you said online? Yeah, about online. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, about 2008, 2007, online, yeah.
2008, and he currently is a beast, closing between 1 and 2, averaging a good 32 sales a month. So honestly, if I would pay close attention, I know it's at the end now, go back, replay this if you have to get the information he's saying, because this is where you get to. If you're already closing 32 people a month, 1-2 people into your business every single day, then, you don't have to really take the time. Yet if you're not, I guarantee you he's giving out some amazing nuggets today that are going to help you get your business to where you want to take it. All right. He's going to help you get your business to where you want to take it. And, Shawn, thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. I know your son is ready, like, Daddy, it's Sunday. What you doing? Give me my quality time.
He ain't paying me no mind now. He done went in the other room. I only hear him knocking at the door. He like,
okay.
He like, do whatever. Man, he said, like, you do what you do, Dad. I'm good.
I'm good. Good deal. And guys, we will be back here having another one. I'm probably going to bring Shawn on again because I just love his style. He is a great colleague, great friend, great mentor. I love connecting with him and just getting insight. And I hope you guys will come and join us again on our next Blab here on, I guess, was it Shalonda Gordon's Blab? I don't even know.
We blabbing.
So have an amazing day, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. We're going to go, 11 o'clock, and I like to respect our guests, respect the time of the day. I appreciate you guys. Keep smiling. Have an amazing day. Thanks again, Shawn, for hanging out with me this morning. I appreciate you. I love you. Tell the wife I said what's up. Give Shawn a big hug for me. I will talk to everybody later. Bye.
Peace and hair grease.